What's going on, everybody? TheKennyDubz here with another weekly update for the global version of Pokemon Next Dive for December 12th, 2023. If I sound really tired, it's because I am. It's like 4 in the morning. I haven't gone to bed yet. I usually go to bed like 2 hours earlier, but that's not the point. The point is today, a new update. I'll have a screenshot here. There was a new login bonus. Those of you that'll play the Taiwan version might have been wondering about the free second armor X we basically get. It's going to be included with this login bonus here. We get a total of 370 memory, so that's enough to 5-star, and I believe, yeah, that's a 5-star, and then get the 3 fixed DNA slots there. Again, like I said, I'll have a screenshot of that there. I'm going to come over here to click the notice board real quick to see what's going on over here. So, what's new this week? Raid boss rerun Hell Sigma. So, Hell Sigma is the one that kind of sits on the ground, just a giant punching bag. Special ranking rewards are available. The cost for extra attempts is significantly decreased. Only 100 EM per day needed to do all 10 attempts. This is actually huge, especially for players that want to push raid rankings, because previously it was a lot more than 100 to do your extra attempts. So people that are like invested in the raid, this is a huge step in the right direction for them. It's also just good for anyone that wants to do extra raids per day because you get up to 10, and it used to cost more than 100 EM, so that's really good. Here's some boss stats, some stats that have been adjusted. Boss attack, boss defense, player attack, player defense, and player HP. Following that, Street Fighter Champion Edition event missions, completely simple missions that earn valuable reward. These are basically the usual week 2 events that we get from that, so I'll show those off in a little bit there. And then here is the fight card. Turn your push notification on because this card will be available with a 2-hour active period at a specific time. This I don't like at all, for multiple reasons. One, just give us the card, right? Just send it to everyone. Two, there have been various times when the push notifications end up being late, so people end up missing things. Hopefully that won't be the case for this. As usual, I'll try to notify everyone once I notice this is, this is live. Problem is, if this goes live while I'm sleeping, then I won't be able to notify anyone because I haven't gone to bed yet. I assume it'll be sometime during the day, though, when most people are awake. Following that special log, and don't miss a day for 7 days to get 370 second armor X memories. This is good. This is what I mentioned earlier. Also, with things like this, like most other gacha games, they'll just give you the card. It's like, hey, as long as you log in within this time period, you'll get this, as opposed to having like this fake FOMO thing here. Just be like, oh, if you miss the code, then you won't get it. But it'll be active for 2 hours, so maybe they'll also have it on Twitter or something as well. Like I usually do, I'll try to have a YouTube short, post on Reddit, post on Discord, things like that. PvP changes. Base defense decreased from 2360 to 2100. Base HP increased from 60,000 to 75,000. I'm not sure what the implications of this are, to be quite honest. So we take more damage, but we have more HP. I don't know if this actually changes any breakpoints for any specific characters, anything like that, because I don't have that detailed numbers. Permanent monthly, weekly DNA packs are in the store. Yeah, they've been there for a while. Pick up Ben and Dr. Light, the martial artist and canon god, because they just got buffed. Pick up Ben Akuma got buffed. Buffs, Black Zero Ricos now grants a 2-second true showtime, which is interesting. I think you only got 1 second before. For the changes, let's see. So I got to scroll all the way up here. I forgot to zoom in again. That's my fault. You can still see everything pretty nicely. But I mean, this is just a little bit better. All right, so buff second armor X. We knew second armor X was going to get buffed because we got it for free. Also, along with the login bonus thing, it showed you got buffs. Double charge shot. Cooldown on 2.5 seconds. Major damage increase. Grants 1 second true showtime upon maximum charge. I'm not sure if this means for the second part of the attack or like for the entirety of the attack, because it's a 2-step charge shot. So I'm not sure if you get the true showtime at the, once you release a second shot or once you do the first one. I'm not sure about that yet. Chip 3, increase the damage at max charge by 20%. That's quite nice there. I can easily check this once I get once I'm done with this video. Giga Crush, major damage increase, which is probably pretty good depending on how much that is. Armor charge is twice as fast, 100%. That means it's doubling the armor charge rate, which is actually huge because second armor X already had a good way to get his armor energy up with his passives, with his DNA. I don't remember which one it is. But yeah, having it charge faster is great. Chip 30 increased damage at 30% upon activation. Nice there. And now here's where we get to the very, very interesting things. Passive 1, armor protection. Reduce damage taken by 40%. That is an insane buff right there. It used to be, I think, 10 or 15%. It goes up to 40%. That is the most damage reduction or damage, any kind of like damage alteration that we have without like some kind of like secondary effect tied to it, right? Because I think the biggest ones we've seen so far is like 30 or 35%. But for those, you generally have to have, a buster and a melee weapon equipped or something like that. This one, just for existing, you just take 40% less damage. That's huge for second armor X, though it is still second armor X. We'll have to see how that plays out with everything else. Passive for Showtime, grants 2 seconds, true Showtime on Giga Crush, not bad there. Buster Mastery, increased damage by 35% when equipped with the Buster, pretty nice there, bringing him up to speed with that. The armor reduction, I think, is insane, but it might be needed on a character like Second Armor X, because Second Armor X was basically a launch unit. Fixed DNA 2 and armor energy is above 50%, reduced damage taken by 35%. So that's huge, right? Because you already have 40% damage taken. And then when armor energy is above 50%, right, you take 35% less damage. I believe he also has a Buster adaptability, which will reduce damage taken when equipped with the Buster. On top of that, your armor energy increases twice as fast now because of this change right here. So maybe they're trying to see like if they can make like tanky things a bit more playable in the PvP aspect, because for a while like tank builds just weren't all that great, which would be interesting to see again. Fixed DNA 3, extended duration of true showtime granted, getting crushed at 3 seconds, pretty interesting there. I believe the first fixed DNA should still be the same though, based off that. Next up, Akuma, the Sekiya Kuretsuha, cooldown of 5 seconds, damage stage accelerated by 100%, so double damage acceleration, or damage registration. Grants 1 second to short time upon activation. Chip 1, so you double the damage register by another 100%. Great, googly moogly. They said, here's your burst damage with Akuma, which, you know what? It's pretty nice. Shingoku Satsu, major damage increase for both the damage and the number of damage registrations. Chip 1 increases damage versus boss by 40%. Chip 2 increases damage by players by 20%. And Chip 3 granted 2 second true short time upon activation, which is pretty nice for Akuma. Not great for the people that don't like fighting against Akuma, because when Akuma first launched, it was a lot of people. But having him, be more viable versus bosses against players is pretty nice here as well. Passive 1, now damage enhancement granted every 5 seconds. Damage enhancement is now at 70%. So now every 5 seconds you get a 7% damage enhancement. Passive 3, burn damage increased to 70%. Ooh. Now grants activation of Sekiya Kuretsuha. That's interesting. So you get 2 uses of your S1. Passive 5, increased damage to targets affected by damage reduction by 20%. Okay, nice there. Fixed DNA 1, now heals 30% attack damage after using Shingoku Satsu. Okay. Fixed DNA 3. Increase the damage of Sekiya Kuretsuha and Shingoku Satsu by 20%. Not bad. When HP is above 50%, reduce damage taken by 20%. Okay, so you have a little bit more damage mitigation there. Dr. Light, the martial artist. Here we go. Budo Hadouken, cooldown is 4 seconds. I think it was 5 or 6 before, which is pretty good. Major damage increase now automatically has 2 activations. That's good. Again, inherent restriction off is always great for 2 modernized units. Chip 1 increased damage of Budo Hadouken by 20%. Chip 2 increases the damage of Budo Sanpyaku by 20%. And Chip 3 into 1 second true show time upon activated Budo Sanpyaku. But this is the 2-step skill, if I remember correctly, that he has. Following that, Budo Barrage 5.5 seconds. I know some people are probably going to be upset about this because Dr. Light the Martial Artist was a bit of a pain for a lot of people in PvP. Amount of damage increase here. Now grants 1 second to short time upon activation. Increased damage by 20% for chip modified chip number 2. Passive 1, damage reduction increased to 30%. Gets that up to 3 times there. Passive 2, 3, and fixed DNA 3. Speed, damage, defense boosts are now at 45%, which you do a 50% reduced damage taken by 30. I'm assuming 35% here is what that's supposed to be. It's not, doesn't have the percent sign, but because they've been using percentage-based things, it's safe to assume that that should be 35%, and not just 35 damage. Passive 4. Raise the damage of shield can withstand 144% and can only be removed. That is huge because being able to remove shields, anything that was movable just like lost a lot of value because of things like Grudge Axe and later on being like status steal from like Dive Armor 0 and Miracle Blade. Buddha Hadoken now has enhanced tracking, which is very, very nice. Passive 5. Increased damage against targets affected by damage reduction to 35%, which is quite nice there. Fixed DNA 2. Increased damage reduction when battling versus a player to 20%. Chun-Li or Hoyokusen range is increased effective range, which I don't really know what that means because you just have to see it for things like this because they can't give us like any actual numbers, and even if they did, it wouldn't really tell us much of anything. Cannon God got buffed as well, which is quite nice to see. Basic attack damage 89% at the base. New fire rate, one shot every 0.3 seconds. In real time basis every 2 seconds. Passive 1. Attack with weapon now grants a 3% damage increase against stacks up to 10 times. Not sure if that can be removed or not. That's quite nice for Cannon God. I don't know if this will make Cannon God better to use than like Decides Will. Probably not. Decides Will or versus Fantasia Comet, but I mean it's nice to have, you know, another usable weapon if you don't have those two things. Following that, here's our raid boss for this event. Again, Hell Sigma kind of just sits there, so you can basically use like any unit you want. You use like Magma Dragoon and do pretty well here. That's basically it for that. I'll have a card somewhere here just going over raid boss things again for that, and be sure to come and claim your rewards as well. Make sure you're involved with at least one run so that you get all your Crusader rewards here. Other than that, your ranking rewards are over here. I'm not sure these have been increased, but you get the Hell Sigma card for participating in the event. So if you don't have that, this is a good place to get it. Heading over to the store, do not forget to get your daily free pack here. Other than that, they said these are going to stay. So, I mean, if you want to get those, feel free to. Again, I don't really recommend buying much of anything from the store. You still get the super limited voucher packs if you really want those. Again, I wouldn't recommend buying these. But you can. One thing I really recommend buying are the... I forget what icon they are now because they changed the icon. Are these right here. These daily packs right here. Then over here we still have these Street Fighter stuff, so be sure to come pick these up as well before the event ends for the fight tokens. Taking a look over here at the missions, if we come over here to the events, you'll see we still have these event missions. I've really been slacking on doing these, but you know what, that's okay. We'll have some more of these here. And over here is a typical week 2 for the event. So you see here, clear event level, high difficulty. This is just like the highest stage you get here. 4,000 extra tickets. By this point, I don't even really need any more tickets. But clearing each stage gets you some EM. So you want to do one of each for that. Then you get your daily 500 tokens. 500 coupons get you the 20 EMs as well. If you come down here, you can see you get more tickets from doing the co-ops. And, you know, you get your 20 EM from doing each difficulty of the stage. So just be sure to pick those up as well, because having more EMs is always great. So I came over to try to, like, get a look at the fight card, and apparently it's Meilu from the Battle Network series, which is interesting. Is what it's going to look like. I can't actually look at anything about the card just yet, but I did want to note that it, like, if you wanted to see the artwork of it, it's here in the gallery. And coming over here to the capsules, the Omega capsule buff. The Omega capsule is still here, alongside the Ryu Chun-Li banner. We also have the Akuma capsule in case you don't have Akuma. So good luck to everyone who wants Akuma, especially post buff, because there is a free pull. Hopefully get Akuma off the free pull if you don't have him just yet. We have the Dive capsule here. or you can get Dr. Light, the martial artist, or you can get access to the Cannon God. This is only going to be up for a week, unfortunately. So unlike the Omega capsule here, you might not be able to get Dr. Light, the martial artist here. We also haven't really seen Dye Festival capsules in the longest time. So I don't know if we're gonna like get those back after like they buffed characters or not. Because like this is one of the few that I don't have. But I also don't particularly care about Dr. Light all that much. And as per usual, there are tickets for these. And something that I haven't noted before, I think I might have noted last week. I forgot to use one of my tickets from the previous week, and the last week I didn't use my ticket. I still have 2 tickets. So you can use these for any of the super limited, you know, for these banners with the I don't know what to call these. This is the dive capsule banners, I guess. Yeah, because they're called dive capsules. They're called super limited tickets. But yeah, so you can actually save them for something that you really want. Again, though, there's really not anything I have too much interest in. So maybe I'll use them for Dr. Light. We should get another one tonight with the stream activation codes. But I mean, there's just, unless they add new characters, there's probably nothing I'm interested in in this game, to be honest. Wanted to come over here real quick to see about this, so you can get 30%. And unfortunately, it can get stolen, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, that's it for this video, I guess. I'm pretty sure Akumas can't be stolen, if I remember correctly. I don't even have my Akuma. Oh, I did put my Akuma to 5 stars for the event, actually. I was like, I didn't have my Akuma at 5 stars. Do I have the passive? Oh, well, looks like it can get stolen. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, because the last thing you want is your opponent getting a 70% attack buff. So, yeah, I thought they were changing it so that this can't get stolen, but I guess they didn't, or maybe that's somewhere else in this kit. Regardless, anyway. That's it for this video. I'll try to have this up ASAP and go to bed quick because I want to try to be awake for when the code is live so that I could alert as many people as possible to it. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully everyone feels good about the buffs, and good luck to everyone trying to pull for Akuma, or I guess whatever it is this week that you're going for. Anyway, catch you guys next time. Later.